Hello, welcome to Process Guy. This is the part 5 of the series, so you want to learn HTML. In this video, we'll be looking at how to format HTML text, and we'll also be doing some bit of styling. Hope you've seen the part 4 of the series. See the link in the description below. Text formatting gives you flexibility to control text placement, positioning, and styling on your web page. We will be designing a webinar template and be making use of the following elements: bold, italics, small text, deleted text, subscript, superscript, and introduction to HTML lists as a bonus. As usual, you need to have a design template in your mind before proceeding. I already have an idea of the way the template should look like, so let's start and see how it goes. The webinar will be titled Choosing a Programming Language. The content is not really important, just pay attention to the usage of the element and the outcome of our design. In a webinar, we need to capture the webinar title, the description, the date and time, and finally the cost if it's available. We will be starting up with a good quote from Kristen Lows. This quote will be captured in a paragraph and it will be the first element we'll have in our body. In the body of the document, we need to show the user what they are looking at, which is a live webinar invite. And this will introduce us to a new element called small text. This element is just to render a smaller text, smaller than what you will normally have on a paragraph. We can then provide the title of the webinar by using the H1 heading. The first description of the webinar will be in a paragraph. We can then capture the date and time of the event. Next is the cost of the event. We will be introducing a new element, which is delete element. This element strikes an arrow through the text that it wraps itself around, and it gives an effect that makes it look as if $900 was the former price and then the new price now is $500. We then need to provide a registration link so that users can click and register. Next is to go into the webinar content and tell the user what they stand to enjoy when they sign up to the webinar. So we have a subheading which can go under H2, and the description of the text will follow. We will be introducing a new tag. We have ordered list and unordered list. This element allows you to itemize other elements, especially text. The UL tag defines an unordered list and uses the LI tag within it to create the list element. Notice that the LI tag is nested within the UL tag. The ordered list has the same syntax as the unordered list. We just change the UL to OL. Now that we are done with the write-up of the webinar, we can then begin to format the text and do a proper styling. With our experience with styling, we can begin by styling the body of the document. So let's start with the font. Let's select a font that is more appealing to the eyes. We also need to style the code to call the user attention to it. We are setting the background color, and we are also looking at setting the margin so that there's space between the text from the wall to the top and the bottom and the further right. And I think we should align the quotes to the middle as well. We need to nest the small tag which handles the live webinar into a paragraph tag so that we could use the padding and margin. Finally, we then give the small tag a gray color. Continuing with our styling, we then introduce a new tag which is B for bold. This element makes any text bold. We also need to give the link a little bit of styling to make it look like a button. So we provide it to make it blue and the color white. Introducing a new element. The SUP tag defines superscript text. Superscript text appears half a character above the normal line and is sometimes rendered in a smaller font. Superscript text can be used for footnotes. The subscript text element is the opposite of the superscript. This element appears half a character below the normal line. The source code to the entire project is available in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to encourage us to make more content like this. If you have any feedback for us, kindly drop it in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thank you.